You were not born to be soft. You were not made to live behind excuses, to fold under pressure, to break when life pushes back. There is a fire in you, but you've buried it. You've smothered it with comfort, silence, and distraction. And now you look in the mirror and you don't even recognize the man staring back. He looks like you, but he's tired, dull, hollow, waiting for something to change, waiting for someone to save him. But no one's coming. It's time to man up. Because this life will not hand you what you want. It will test you. It will tempt you. It will tear you apart to see if you have the guts to build yourself again from the rubble. This is not about being macho, being loud, being arrogant. It's about responsibility, ownership, purpose. It's about rising up when every part of you wants to stay down. You want clarity? Start with this. You are not a victim, not of your past, not of your parents, not of your circumstances, not of your boss, your ex, your genetics, or your God. You are a man. And that means you get to choose how this story ends. You can either keep telling yourself you're not ready, or you can decide to be ready. You can either keep searching for motivation, or you can build discipline and move without it. Because the world doesn't care about your intentions. It only responds to your actions. So stop overthinking. Stop scrolling. Stop waiting for permission. You don't need another book. You don't need another podcast. You don't need another second. What you need is to remember who the hell you are. You weren't always like this. There was a time you believed in yourself, a time when your imagination roared louder than your doubts. When you stood up after falling, when you dreamed big, when you fought hard. That version of you didn't care what people thought. He didn't make excuses. He just moved because movement was life. And you've been still for far too long. You see, the greatest lie they sell men today is this: that comfort is happiness, that softness is strength, that if you shrink yourself to fit in, you'll be accepted. No, if you shrink yourself, you disappear. And you were never meant to disappear. You were meant to lead, to serve, to carry the weight that others drop, to bleed with honor, to walk through fire and come out stronger. And no, it's not always glamorous. It's not always loud. Most of the time, it's in the dark, early mornings, late nights, quiet sacrifices no one sees and no one applauds. But that's where men are forged. Not in the spotlight, but in the shadows. Not in comfort, but in chaos. Not in applause, but in adversity. And the truth is, every man has a breaking point. But strong men know this. Breaking is not the end. It's the beginning. It's the raw, honest moment where the mask drops and you see yourself. Not who you pretend to be, but who you really are. Weak, flawed, angry, afraid. And in that moment, you get a choice. Stay broken or rise with scars. And scars, they're not shame. They're your proof. Proof that you fought. Proof that you endured. Proof that you didn't quit when quitting would have been easier. You want to reclaim your life? Start by reclaiming your mind. The mind is a battlefield. Every doubt, every fear, every limiting belief, it's a shot fired at your potential. And most men, they lose this war before they even start fighting. They let weakness whisper lies into their ears until they believe them. I'm not good enough. It's too late. I'm too tired. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow is a coward's comfort. Real men know that time is a thief. Every second you delay, you're letting another piece of your life slip away. Forever. You don't rise by waiting, you rise by deciding. Decide that you are no longer at war with yourself. Decide that your thoughts do not own you. You own them. You shape them. You direct them like a weapon. Sharp, focused, relentless. Because your mind is either your master or your servant. It either drives you forward or holds you prisoner. And you've been in that prison long enough. The chains, they're not on your wrists. They're in your habits, your addictions, your comfort zone. And the only way out is through pain. Yes, pain, not the fake kind, the real, soul-ripping kind that makes you question everything. But hear this, pain is not the enemy. Pain is the price of growth, the cost of evolution. And if you avoid it, you avoid becoming the man you were born to be. So embrace the discomfort. Let it harden your body, sharpen your mind, purify your spirit. Because every challenge you face is not there to break you. It's there to build you. Every failure, a lesson. Every rejection, redirection. Every hardship, an invitation to rise higher. And when you start thinking like that, when you stop running, when you turn toward the storm and walk straight into it, that's when everything changes. Because a man with a mission cannot be stopped. A man who knows his purpose walks different. He speaks with conviction. He doesn't need validation because he's built his own backbone. He doesn't crumble under pressure, he becomes pressure. So I ask you now, not as a voice in your headphones, but as a man looking you dead in the soul. What are you running from? What excuse have you been clinging to like a crutch? What lie have you been telling yourself just to get through the day? Because that lie ends now. You want clarity? Then look at your life. Every habit, every decision, every relationship, every wasted hour, they're all a reflection of what you've been tolerating. And what you tolerate, you become. But what you demand from yourself, that's what builds your destiny. That's what crafts your character. And your character is the only currency that matters in the end. Not your followers, not your bank account, not your cars or your titles. Your character. What you do when no one's watching. What you fight for when it costs you. What you become when everything is taken from you, except your will. And if you've lost that will, good. Now is the time to take it back, because this is the moment. This is the shift. This is the heartbeat between who you were and who you can be. And who you can be. He's not perfect. He's not polished. He's not waiting for the stars to align. He's just real, grounded, unshakable, focused. He's the man who wakes up tired but gets up anyway. The man who walks into uncertainty with a steady breath. The man who holds the line for his family, his values, his mission. He's not loud, but his presence commands respect. Not because he demands it, but because he embodies it. That man is in you, right now, buried under the distractions, suffocated by guilt, caged by the life you thought you were supposed to live. But he's still there, and the world is waiting on him. Your family is waiting on him. You are waiting on him. And you don't awaken that man with comfort. You awaken him with clarity. Clarity that comes from getting brutally honest. What do you stand for? What will you not tolerate? What are you willing to fight for, bleed for, die for? Because without something greater than yourself to serve, to build, to protect, you will crumble. You will cave to pleasure, to ego, to the lies this world feeds you. You will become passive, reactive, and ultimately replaceable. A man without purpose is a weapon with no target, dangerous to himself, harmless to the world. But when you aim that weapon, when you know exactly what you are here to do, every step has meaning, every decision sharpens you, every failure becomes fuel. You don't get distracted, you don't fall for shortcuts, because you are being led by something deeper than dopamine. You're being led by vision. Vision is not about having a dream board. It's not about closing your eyes and hoping life works out. It's about seeing the man you're becoming and aligning every move with that outcome. It's about living in integrity, even when no one sees it. It's about choosing discipline when motivation fails. Choosing character over comfort, principle over pleasure, legacy over likes, and yes, you will be tested. Every man on a mission is. The world will throw storms at you. People will mock you. Friends will disappear. Women will test your strength. Doubt will whisper. Fear will scream. But the man who knows who he is, he doesn't flinch. Because his foundation isn't built on sand. It's built on discipline. Discipline isn't punishment. It's freedom. The freedom to say no when others say yes. The freedom to stay the course when others quit. The freedom to build a life that doesn't fall apart the moment pressure hits. Because let me tell you something. Hard times are coming, whether you're ready or not. Life will break you open. And in that moment, no one is going to rescue you. Not your boss, not your parents, not your girlfriend, not your mentor. It's just you and the mirror. And the only question that matters is, did you do the work? Did you prepare when no one was watching? Did you suffer when it was easier to coast? Did you choose hard things on purpose so that you'd be strong enough when life didn't give you a choice? Because real strength isn't built when things are easy. Real strength is forged in the fire, not with anger, but with discipline, focus, and resolve. So build the habits that make you dangerous, read what others don't, train when others sleep, sacrifice what others won't, refuse to negotiate with weakness, refuse to live on autopilot, refuse to accept a life of regret. Because if you keep playing small, if you keep settling, if you keep waiting for the right time, that regret will haunt you. It will eat at you when the house is quiet and the lights are off. It will echo in the silence when no one is around to distract you. And it won't go away. You can't outrun it. You can only face it. And you do that by acting. Action is the antidote to fear. It is the weapon against doubt. It is how boys become men and men become warriors. Not through fantasy, not through talk, but through movement. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start. One step, then another. Build momentum, stack wins, fail, learn, repeat, and through it all, stay grateful. Yes, grateful. Gratitude isn't weakness. Gratitude is fuel. Gratitude reminds you that even pain is a privilege. Even hardship is a lesson. Even the struggle is a sign you're alive. Still breathing, still fighting, still in the arena. You've been given a gift, this day, a blank page, a new opportunity to reclaim your fire, to stop reacting to life and start creating it, to lead, to protect, to conquer. Not for ego, but for impact. Because this isn't just about you. It's about the man you become for your family, the father you'll be to your children, the husband you'll be to your wife, the example you'll set when no one's watching. It's about the strength you lend when others break, the courage you share when others hide, the hope you radiate when others fall into despair. That's what it means to man up. Not to be better than others, but to be better than your excuses. To live with honor in a world that rewards cowardice. To speak truth in a culture drowning in lies. To stand tall when the world wants you bent. And yes, it will hurt. It will cost you. It will demand everything you've got, but it will be worth it. Because on the other side of that pain is a man who sleeps in peace. Not because life is easy, but because he knows he gave it everything. Because he lived with fire, focus, and faith. So I'll say it one last time. It's time to man up, not tomorrow, not next week. Now, no more playing small, no more waiting to be saved, no more wasting your potential while life passes you by. Step up, face the storm, take the hit, learn the lesson, rise again, and build something unbreakable. Because you were not made to be average. You were not made to shrink. You were made to lead, to build, to conquer, and to become the man you were always meant to be.